Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this demo for the Center for Popular Democracy's outreach app, Alcance. We have been working with Grassroots Unwired to modify their initial outreach app to be more specific to the purposes that we have. Our partners and organizations using this tool will take out Android tablets into the field with this app on them and be able to canvas contacts for interest in DAPA, expanded DACA, and other forms of relief, either at churches, at schools, door-to-door, really anywhere. So we're going to show you today a demo of the CPD training version. So my name is Leslie Jakovics, and I'm the IT project manager for the Immigrant Justice Initiative at CPD. So I'm going to lead you through this demo. We begin with entering in the username into the app. Right now, as I said, I'm going to use the CPD training demo, so we'll log into that. And for purposes of this demo, I am using an emulator on my laptop. The tablet, it's supposed to mimic what we would see on a tablet. So when we first log in, you'll see some navigation pieces. So in the back left-hand corner, or in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a back button, which will take you back to the previous page. In this case, it would take you into a log off screen. In the bottom right-hand corner, we see the next button. So after we've made a selection of one of these types, we'd hit the next button to move to the next screen. And in the upper right-hand corner, we can see an end of conversation button. So at any point when we're talking to a contact, if they don't follow through the entire script, we can hit the end of conversation button. And by doing that, it takes us to a page where the canvasser, can document why the conversation ended. So at what point in the script it ended, in this case we'll say the introduction, and why do you think the conversation was ended? And these options are all configurable. These are just what we have right now in the training. We'll say they didn't have time, and we can add some notes. This will allow us to go back and both, one, look at the number of people we attempted to talk to but weren't able to get through the entire script, and identify why we feel they didn't go all the way through, so that we can either better tailor our approach to people. Maybe we're losing them continually at one screen, and we need to either skip over that or change the order so that we're talking about membership before we talk about something else. And also, because these aren't apps, we can geocode, giving us the latitude and longitude of everywhere we have, where we go through a survey, that we can see if in one area we're less successful getting people all the way through the script to sign up for a workshop versus in other locations, and we may just geographically be in the wrong area of a city. Once I hit that, we go to a review page, and just hitting the submit button will actually send this information to our server, which then we can download that information into the database. So the first question, it'll come back to here as this is the first question in the outreach, is what type of outreach are you using? So in this case, I'll just use the example of we're at a school doing outreach, and I'll hit next. The language choice for the interview, in this example, we only have English and Spanish, but the tool is configurable, so you can have other languages. This is basically an example of the branching, where once we choose English, it will shift and go only to the English script versus going to the Spanish. We'll use English now. Next. This is our introduction screen, both introducing who we are and a little bit about DAPA. For the CPD training version, we actually have the outreach script that we want canvassers using on the tablet itself. We also have included a 30-second video that we've created that has members of a local organization talking about DAPA and the reason it's important. So we can also have people watch the video on the tablet. Because I'm in an emulator, we won't show it here, but it is available on the CPD website. Then we speak a little bit more about what DAPA is, announced by President Obama last November, and how it could help more than 4 million people get protection from deportation. Then also talk to them about how, while DAPA is one form of admin relief, there are other forms of relief as well. And by learning more about them and doing an initial screening, people can find out if they're eligible for one of these. Here is where we're asking if people are interested in learning more about admin relief, and this will be what signs them up for a screening workshop. So would you like to know more about DAPA or other possible programs that your family or people you know might qualify for? And we'll say yes for this. If we were to say no, it goes to a different screen. It kind of skips forward past the scheduling screens to ask some additional questions on membership and petition. But for this example, we'll go through yes. So before we can sign people up, we need their contact information. So I'll enter mine. You'll notice we're asking for first name, last name. Those are both required. And we then also require one of, if I tried to hit next, we'll see an error saying, please enter cell phone, additional phone, or email. We're requiring people to be able to allow us to be able to get in touch with them. You'll also notice that we're asking for their address information down below. If we are doing a door-to-door canvas and are outdoors, we can use the autofill using GPS on the tablet, and it should pick up the person's street address, city, state, and zip to fill in there. We also have 2 opt-in boxes, so to opt in to receive SMS text messages or to receive emails, depending upon which information they're giving. Obviously, we'd like to have both information. For this demo, I'm only giving email address. We then go to a second screen that has some more demographic information. And again, this tool is customizable. What we decided for our training script is to ask these. So preferred language, which we're using because the communication we send to them after this will all be in that language. Number of children under 5, their country of origin, gender, birth year, all different drop-downs. We have not made these required, but I'm filling some in. Then it's here are the upcoming workshops you can attend. And there's 2 different types of workshops. So first, the option is none of these times work for me. So a person may look and say, okay, none of these times work. I have to do this, and that'll flag for us that the person does want to attend a workshop but isn't available for one of the ones we have scheduled now, so we can reach out to them in the future. The other 2 types, one type is a screening workshop, and this is where we'll have multiple people at one workshop. So here we can see this one has a 50-person max. It's being held at 600 Soledad Street, Saturday, August 15th from 2 to 4. And we can see here that 27 people have responded yes. So if the tablet has internet connectivity at the time, it has an updated response to the number of people attending. So the canvasser can compare this to the max number. If the tablet is not connected to the internet at the time of usage, maybe in a church basement or out somewhere rural where there isn't good coverage, this tool actually will still allow people to enter in contact information and go through the script. And it's just once it regains connectivity, it will sync up all its information and send it over to the server and database. So this is one of the reasons we liked this tool, is that you can be out of connectivity and still be able to enter contact information. So here you would say either, yes, I want to sign up, or the event is full, but contact me if space opens up, if this number were over 50. Now, I'm going to actually go back to show you the second type of workshop we can do, which is a weekly screening workshop, which would be a one-to-one screening event. So it's really a calendared appointment. So here it is showing us that it's every Thursday night from 6 to 8. So we can go and try to schedule a meeting for the first Thursday. We can see in this calendar that Friday and Saturday there are no available appointments, but Thursday, 6 to 8 is the time, but we already have 2 appointments scheduled. So if we click in, we can make our appointment for 6:30. So you can see it's 6:30 to 7, and it's a 30-minute duration, and we can add. So then we get the thank you message, and if we had selected to do the other workshop where there's multiple people, it would come to this page as well. So great, I'm so glad you can make one of our informal workshops. We'll send you an email if you gave our email address. We'll also send an SMS text message if they allowed for texting, and some more information regarding the workshop itself, and that there may be an assessment if they want to do a one-to-one screening evaluation. Now, after them signing up, we ask if they know any other people who might be interested in administrative relief. So here we can take people's, any referrals someone wants to give us of friends, family, coworkers, so that we can reach out to them as well. Then we ask them to get involved with our specific organization. So giving people a background information on what's happening with DAPA, that it's held up in the courts, but that they can be a part of the fight by working with our organizations. And here we are especially customizing it to make sure that each organization has their own membership discussion. So what their mission and values are, what current wins they've had recently, and what they're focusing on. So here we'll say this person says, yes, I want to join the fight for immigrants and low-income families. We then can ask for dues or donations for that organization, and the tool has the ability to either do a monthly recurring donation if the person uses credit card or electronic check, or to do a one-time donation. And the payment processor we're working with, if a person signs up for their account and decides to use this, the tablet actually has one of the credit card swipes on it, so we can take that information right there. Oops. I didn't fully fill it in, so I'm going to pretend in this case that we did a one-time $50 cash donation. We then go to the petition we have. I stand with the President on Administrative Relief. Our partner organizations who are using this tool each have their own petitions in, whatever's relevant to the work they're doing, asking people to sign. And we say thank you for taking the time to speak with me. And here then, again, the canvasser. These are scripts or pages the canvasser will fill out on their own once the contact has walked away. How would you rank this individual? So how interested are they? So this person was very interested. And then any contact notes for this individual. So if there's anything we need to remember about them or want to know when we call them back for follow-up on the workshop, etc. And again, this takes us to the review page to show us that we'll be, the information we'll be submitting to the servers. So once the canvasser hits submit, it goes back to begin the next outreach. So this was a quick introductory demo of Alcance, our outreach tool. If you have any additional questions, you can contact the Center for Popular Democracy or email myself at ljucovics@populardemocracy.org, and we would love to answer any questions you have. Thanks so much for giving us your time, and we look forward to speaking with you. Thanks so much.